All right. So it looks like we're ready for the most exciting series of the entire Eastern Conference. Pacers Heat, Nathan. Who you got winning?
I have the Heat in 6 games. How about
That's
you?
exactly what I have. And I just want to point out that I'm at my dad's and my notes are at my mom's. So we are freestyling this completely.
Uh,
Okay, so Heat, let's start with them. Nunn is injured, but he comes back today. He came back today to play the Pacers. So he's back. And then
Brogdon's back today, so he's going to be able to play this series.
Derek Jones Jr. Did you see what happened to him today?
No, I didn't. How
He
bad?
got he got carried out on a stretcher in the middle of the game. Yeah, that was not the best moment for the Heat
I know
because
Miles Turner has an injury.
yeah, so does T.J. Warren.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
both minor, though.
yeah, I think they should both be here by Tuesday. Is what it said.
Alright, let's go into it.
Okay.
So
He.
I
All right,
think the Heat
you
are
go.
going to be able to win 6 just because the Heat have a 3-0 record in the regular season versus the Pacers, not counting today's game.
Yep. And the Heat are just a better team.
Yeah, the Pacers have the Pacers, the Heat are just a better version of the Pacers.
Exactly.
They have like a similar like they have the similar type of thing with no real star players and just a lot of depth and good teamwork.
Yeah, and the Heat really remind me of the Raptors in the sense of
Yeah, I
as
agree.
what I was saying earlier that they are like the Heat have their own culture. Like Pat Riley, he looks for specific players to draft or sign on purpose based off of their character, attitude, that type of thing. And he's always right.
Yeah,
He always signs the correct people. Like, I mean, he picked up Kendrick Nunn. This dude's a beast now, you know?
yeah. And the Heat and the Pacers are some of the only teams in the league with 8 players averaging over 10 points a game.
Yeah, thing with the
And they also
Pacers
have
is
and both teams combined have 0 players averaging above 20.
yeah, the thing with the Pacers is that Sabonis is out. So that takes away from the regular season their number one option, you know?
Yeah, I'd probably have this Heat in 7 or maybe even Pacers in 7 if Domantas Sabonis was healthy.
Exactly. I mean, Sabonis is an all-star. He was an all-star, and then Warren has been Warren. Warren in his first 3 games in the bubble was averaging 39.5, 6.9, and then like two and a half blocks and 2 steals.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
I think the Pacers could end up pulling this out. They just need to TJ Warren needs to keep up what he's been doing in the bubble. That's the X factor for them. That and
Yeah,
Malcolm Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon just came back
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah, if Brogdon plays well and Warren plays well, and then especially Miles Turner. Miles Turner is giant.
And neither of these teams, don't forget about but Goga.
Just say
And
Goga.
yeah,
The famous
neither of
picture
these
of him
teams
and Zion.
have basically any playoff experience except certain players in college.
Yeah, exactly. I think the thing with the Pacers is, Miles Turner, right?
Yeah.
He, I'm gonna be honest, Sabonis and Turner hasn't really worked. By the numbers, they have like +1 with that both of them on the court.
Yeah, but they
Zach.
don't play them together a whole lot. They do. I think they start them together, but they don't play a ton together
Yeah.
besides that.
So the thing with Miles Turner is like I don't know. Miles Turner is one of the only NBA players for me that's like he's a question mark, right? Because
Yeah,
he's good defensively. He can shoot, but at the same time, he's extremely inconsistent and not the best scorer.
if Miles Turner can stay completely healthy and stay consistent, he can end up being an all-star.
Yeah, I could agree with that. It's just that like he,
But where he's
it's
at right now, he's just not.
yeah. Another thing with the Pacers is that I mean they're pretty deep in their bench. They're like
Yeah, we
not
forgot to
extreme.
mention that Jeremy Lamb is out for the series.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yep,
I'm not sure if he's out for the series, but he's out for at least the first couple games.
yep. Lamb and Sabonis. I don't know
Hmm.
when they're coming back. Well, actually, I think Lamb is out for the postseason because I just read like a few minutes ago it said Lamb was just coming back to walking right now.
Yeah, Sabonis is out indefinitely though.
Yep. Okay. Biggest thing for the Patriots, right? How good is Victor Oladipo gonna play?
That is the question. I think I think he's gonna show up. I think he's gonna play like he did in his All-Star season.
You think so? I mean,
Yeah.
I can see it, but like, I don't know.
It's
The Heat
definitely
are,
not a guarantee though.
and then I was looking at something the other day that surprised me. The Pacers are eighth in defense in the NBA, and the Heat are 18th. And I thought the Heat were like top 10.
Yeah.
Um, that reminds me, talking about defense, I think Bam is going to destroy Miles Turner. Because Bam,
Probably. I mean,
I like
Miles Turner
Bam.
is a very good defender though.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
But
Bam is just
Bam Adebayo went
grittier.
to high school in Greensboro, so
Bam will grind it out, do what he needs to do to win.
yeah.
And then Jimmy Butler, T.J. Warren beef. They were having
And don't
beef on
forget about
Twitter.
Andre Iguodala. That veteran, him as a veteran, is gonna help him
Oh
out a ton.
yeah, exactly. But Iggy's had a
Yeah,
rough
but
bubble.
Iggy always shows up in the playoffs. Iggy isn't like a regular season type player.
Exactly. And that's another thing with that trade with Iggy. Jay Crowder, dude, he's been doing some stuff for the
Yeah,
Heat on their bench. He's been hitting like 3, 4 threes a game on really good numbers. So I mean, he could I remember him on the Celtics. Jay Crowder was solid. He could be a great bench player, role player especially.
yeah,
Um, and then with the Pacers, Aaron Holiday. See, the Pacers have way too many
yeah.
wings,
They
right?
could do some
They're,
trades to get some backups at
they've got
the 4 or the 5, just big men.
yeah, I'd say the three because I mean they have
Yeah, I
Warren and then who?
guess. But they have a lot of people
You know,
that could slide to the 3. They don't
Warren
really have
is
many primary threes though. Like Jeremy Lamb could play the 3.
exactly yeah, and then T.J. Warren, right? I don't know how I feel like if he's gonna stay this good because I mean the shooting numbers obviously aren't gonna be that good forever because I mean it's like 65% from three. There's no way he's
Yeah,
gonna keep that up. There's no way. That's impossible
unless you're Matt
unless you're like
Thomas or
Steph
something.
Curry on crack or something. Yeah, Matt Thomas
Yeah,
on the Raptors, exactly. But like Warren is one of those players that really the Pacers. It seems like you can just he'll drop like 50, but I don't know. Jimmy Butler locked him
yeah.
down last game.
That's
I
what
think
I'd
he had
be worried
12.
about if I was a Pacers fan. What happened in that game? Because T.J. Warren was completely shut down, and he was their primary. He was their primary scorer throughout the entire bubble.
Exactly, and I think that's something that it sort of surprises me. Jimmy Butler's like a good teammate this year.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know if
you know,
I
he's
don't know if
always
it's
had
just a
trouble
different
in the locker
situation or
room.
if his mindset changed where he just decided, you know what, I'm gonna let go of my ego. I'm just gonna try and get a ring.
Exactly, and I mean he's been playing great. I mean he called out T.J. Warren. He said, "You're doing great, but I can stop you."
Yeah,
That's what
he
he
would
did.
never have done that in any year besides this one.
No, especially not the T Wolves year. That was rough. I feel like Jimmy Butler's always, besides this year, on these insane teams that just did nothing. The Sixers, the Wolves. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? Like he was on really good starting lineups that
I
just
think he's
didn't
just
work.
been in bad situations, except yeah, just bad situations he because Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid on the 76ers that's just not gonna work. Putting
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, putting Kawhi Leonard, even it's not gonna work.
Quick question: would you start Kendrick Nunn or Goran Dragic?
No, not Goran Dragic. In the regular season, I'm taking Kendrick Nunn. In the playoffs, just because of experience, I'd rather have Goran Dragic.
Yeah, and Dragic. I mean, he's solid.
Yeah,
I
he's not nearly
I
as good as he
remember.
used to. He used to be one of the most underrated point guards in the league.
Yeah, he used to average like 20, didn't he? With
Yeah,
Whiteside, I
yeah,
mean.
Prime Whiteside.
Yeah, and then D Wade was on that team before he retired. Yeah, Dragic is good. So the Heat starting lineup would be, all right, it'd be Dragic, Jimmy, not Derek Jones, I guess like Iggy or Jay Crowder,
Yeah, Jay Crowder.
and then who's their four? Their five is Bam, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The Heat always messing around because I mean I've seen them start Kendrick at the two, plenty of times, and then Jimmy at the three.
Like Kendrick Nunn at the 4.
No, at the two,
Oh,
and then Jimmy at the three, Crowder at the four, Bam at the 5. That's sort of small ball though, because Bam is 6'10",
Yeah,
right?
and they have Tyler Hero off the bench. We can't forget
Oh,
about him.
I completely forgot about Hero. Hey, another
He
question mark. Dude
he
is
worries me because I feel like he's trying to become like a Kyle Kuzma type player, like ego wise.
yeah, but I mean, he's got more potential than Kuz.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hero, he shows these little glimpses of where he'll just drop 30. You see, he dropped 30 just the other night. Again, I think it was
Yeah.
then, I can't remember, but I know he had 30, and it was like if you watch those highlights, the dude just didn't miss. I mean,
I remember everyone was saying he's underrated and he's going to be super good in the league, and he still fell to like 13, I think it was.
yeah, I mean, I can see how, like, the Heat made a good pick with that. That's one of those interesting things. Cam Johnson was taken over Tyler Hero. That's
Well,
just how the draft
Cam
works.
Johnson, I'm not going to say anything crazy like he's better than Tyler Hero, but he had a good couple games for the Suns.
Well, yeah, that's true. He was their starting four all year, wasn't he?
Yeah, especially in the bubble.
Yeah, but Hero, it's like if Hero can do that thing where he drops 30 every now and then against the Pacers, that he could win in 5. Honestly, especially if
Yeah,
Crowder is
but
hitting shots.
Malcolm Brogdon's a good defender. We can't forget. He's good.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about Brogdon because he hasn't been here all year. Dude, the
Yeah.
Pacers. Okay, so their guards are Oladipo and Brogdon, and then they'll have Warren, probably Goga, Miles, or someone else at the 4,
Hmm.
something like that. So that lineup, Jimmy would match with Warren. That would be great to watch. Miles and Bam, sort of the same play style, but Bam averages like 5 assists a game. So definitely a way better playmaker than Miles, but they're both elite defenders. And then the guard matchup would be Goran and Oladipo, and then either Nunn or Butler. And
Do you remember
so the
what
Pacers,
Do you remember what Myers Leonard did last year for the Blazers in the playoffs?
Myers Leonard. Oh, yeah, the Heat have him. Don't wait, no, the Trailblazers have him, right?
I'm pretty sure he's on the Heat now.
No, because we saw that thing about Terry Stotts sitting him, right? Let me hold up.
Let me see this.
If he is on the Heat, they're winning this series. Dude is so clutch in the
Yeah, he's
playoffs.
on the Heat now. Yeah.
Oh, he is on the Heat. You're right.
Okay.
You're completely right. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, Myers Leonard he could probably be their starting forward. The Heat,
Hmm.
and then Crowder at the 3, Jimmy at the 2. That's a nice lineup, especially for the playoffs. And
Yeah,
Myers is big.
he's
He's like
7'1",
7'2",
7'2". Yeah,
stretch big man.
he can shoot.
He can
One of
shoot,
the best shooters in the league for big
which
men.
is. Oh, we weren't
Boy.
thinking, Nathan. Bro, I swear, every 10 seconds of this, like, series that we're talking about, I remember another player that's on the Heat. Duncan
Oh,
Robinson exists.
so Duncan Robinson, he
He's insane. I'm gonna be
he's kind of
honest.
like a Dante DiVincenzo, but not really. That's what I get from him.
Okay, but I see Duncan Robinson as like this JJ Redick
Yeah, I was
type
about to
player,
say
and the
him.
fact that he just is there to chuck up threes, and he does it at such an elite level. Great,
Yeah,
they love it.
he's not a star player. He never will be a star player, but he'll help teams win.
Yes, he is a piece that could be on a championship team for sure because he does his, like what I said Ricky Rubio earlier. He does his job so well that even if he's not a star player, he'll
Yeah,
do what you need for that
he's
thing,
just
for
a
that
really,
shooting.
really good glue guy.
Exactly. Duncan
Hmm.
Robinson's underrated, I think. He's probably a top 3 shooter in the league. And his form, bro. Have you seen videos about his
Yeah.
form? It is so clean. But and then so Warren again, honestly, Warren is to me the biggest thing in this series. It's
Yeah, it's
like
all about
Oladipo's
if
big.
he goes off and does what he did in the bubble, then honestly the Pacers could take the series.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You could say Butler is the biggest for the fact that he has to guard TJ Watt,
Yeah.
you know? I think defense will be great
Yeah,
in
it's
this
gonna be fun to
series.
watch.
Oh yeah, this is if I had to choose a series to watch like every game for,
Oh
it'd
yeah.
easily be this one, bro.
Well, either this or the
Because
Rockets Thunder.
both teams.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I'm talking about Eastern Conference. See, because I feel like as we learned throughout this like part of the podcast, every few minutes you keep remembering these good players both of these teams have because they're so
Yeah.
deep. Their depth is incredible on both. And I think the Pacers are well constructed. I think the Heat are extremely well constructed under Pat Riley, and Eric Spoelstra is like top three
I'm not
coach in
sure
the
about
NBA.
that.
Well, I mean, okay, here's who's better, Nick
Brad
Nurse,
Stevens, Mike
Pop.
Malone.
Pop isn't
No.
better now.
Yeah, Mike Malone.
Mike Malone? Oh yeah, on the Nuggets. Yeah, okay. And then I mean, Spoelstra is good though. You see what he did with LeBron. Spoelstra and Pat. The thing with the Heat is like Spoelstra and Pat Riley know how to work together, and they always come up with these insane teams with
Yeah,
random young
that's what you
players that do
need
good.
in a team. You need a front office and a coach that work well together.
Exactly, and then if you have that chemistry with the players and the coach too, that'll help. It's like the Celtics, Brad Stevens, Kemba. They understand each other. Kemba knows
Yeah, then the
exactly how to
opposite
run the
side of the
offense.
spectrum, we have like the Knicks, who just keep switching coaches and switching front office, and they can't get a good fit.
Yeah, the Knicks think they blame it on their players and stuff. They sign like four power
they
forwards.
need a better front office.
Yeah, the problem with the Knicks is not the players or the coaching; it's the front office hiring the coaching. But yeah, I think the Heat probably have one of the best front offices in the league.
Yeah,
and cultures in general. Heat and Raptors. That's it for culture. You could say like this player is a Heat player. He belongs here. That's how I feel with like Bam. Bam belongs on the Heat. He does. He's there to grind his way up to the top and win. And that's what he does. And so that's why like I just think the Heat. Do you see the Heat making the Eastern Conference Finals if they beat the Pacers?
Would they be running into the Bucks or the Raptors? The Bucks.
I'm not
would be the
sure,
Bucks.
but honestly,
yeah,
okay, Bucks, Jimmy
no,
on Giannis.
No. Jimmy, he just doesn't have the size. Bucks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I forgot to say in the Bucks one earlier, but this is going to be for later against other good teams. For the Bucks, it's how good is Chris Middleton? Because if Middleton chokes against like the Heat in the second round, for example, the Heat could have a good chance of beating the Bucks, especially if they can get like Giannis to only score 20. Who's going to score?
To beat the Bucks, all you have to do is just contain Giannis. If you contain Giannis, you shut down their offense.
That's not always true though, because you remember when Giannis
there
got
are
injured
other people scoring, but Giannis is running the offense. Yeah. He's driving in to create shots for Chris Middleton, Dante DiVincenzo, Brook Lopez.
Even Brook Lopez. Lopez had like 30 the other night, just kept jacking up threes.
Brook Lopez has completely transformed himself to fit the Bucks.
Oh, he sure has, yeah. And then that reminds me of the Raptors too, bro. I feel like every team in the Eastern Conference that we've talked about that's made the playoffs has all this depth except the Magic. Like the Raptors, we didn't even mention Chris Boucher.
Yeah, the league has shifted. Just a couple of years ago, it was all about super teams. Now it's depth. If you don't have depth, every team that's in the top like 3 seeds has huge depth.
The Warriors, their starting lineup was easily not the best in the league. It was Curry, the Draymond, and I can't remember who the three. Harrison Barnes, right? That's the best team of all time. And the reason why is because their bench was led by Sean Livingston, Leandro Barbosa. I do my best to remember some of these players. Verja was there for a little bit, but they easily had the best bench in the NBA. So it's starting to, like, that's why people say the Clippers are going to win, because the Clippers' depth is crazy. But so is the Raptors, so is the Nuggets, so is, I think, the thing with the playoffs this year is it might be the most exciting we've seen in a while.
Because last year we thought the Warriors were winning for sure. The Raptors came out and contested. Well, the Bucks were contending too, but the Raptors came in. But
Exactly, but and then
Yeah,
this year it's
I could
like,
see the
well,
Thunder
even the
winning.
Nuggets could win. They
I
could.
wouldn't be insanely surprised if the Rockets made it to the finals.
They're
I don't think they'd win, but they could make it there.
exactly the 1 through 6 seed in both conferences could win the finals.
Minus
That's how
the
close it
Sixers.
is this year, honestly. But yeah, okay, I forgot the Sixers. The Sixers aren't making it past the first round. But we both have the
5 or 6.
Heat taking this in 5 or 6, right?